If you're ready to do math today and you have your coffee ready, join me in the simultaneous sip. The question we're working on today is, find the Taylor series for f of x centered at the given value of a. And f of x is equal to x to the negative 2 and a equals 1. Smash that like button and let's get started. So we want to find the Taylor series for the function f of x equals x to the negative 2 centered at a equals 1. And the formula to find a Taylor series is we want to write f of x as the sum from n equals 0 to infinity of the nth derivative of the function evaluated at a over n factorial times x minus a to the n. This is true for any Taylor series question. So really, all the information we need is what is the nth derivative of our function evaluated at 1. So the 0th derivative, so the function evaluated at 1, that's just 1. The first derivative, we take the derivative of this function using the power rule, so that's negative 2 times x to the negative 3. When we evaluate at x equals 1, we get negative 2. And we'll continue this for a few more derivatives. The second derivative, again, we just need the power rule here. 6x to the negative 4. When we evaluate at x equals 1, we get 6. Maybe let's do one more before we look for a pattern. The third derivative is negative 24x to the negative 5th. When we evaluate at 1, we get negative 24. Now notice that the coefficient of x, each turn you multiply by the next number. So it goes from 1 to negative 2, 6, negative 24. The next one would be 120. To capture the negative, we have a negative 1 to the n. And those coefficients are n plus 1 factorial. So our nth derivative evaluated at 1 is negative 1 to the n times n plus 1 factorial. We're basically done with the question now. All we have to do is plug in this information into our formula for the Taylor series. So our function is equal to the sum from n equals 0 to infinity of negative 1 to the n times n plus 1 factorial over n factorial times x minus 1 to the n. Well, n plus 1 factorial divided by n factorial is just n plus 1. So the Taylor series for our function centered at 1 is the sum from n equals 0 to infinity of negative 1 to the n times n plus 1 times x minus 1 raised to the n. Make sure to subscribe for more Coffee and Math with Dr. Weselcouch. Don't text and drive. Bye-bye.